On behalf of the Board of Education of Scotch, Fanwood, it is my honor to welcome everyone here this evening. Would you please join me in Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Welcome parents, teachers, students, and guests to the Board of Education's Student Recognition Evening. This is a very special evening and one that serves as a springboard for our end-of-year activities, culminating in the graduating ceremonies of the class of 2018. Let's give it up for them. Tonight we gather to celebrate outstanding achievements. The young men and women whom we are honoring this evening have excelled academically, in the arts, and in athletics, and many of them intertwine those areas to culminate in extraordinarily well-rounded young individuals. They are role models for their peers, and we are so proud of them. As parents, family members, and guardians, please accept our sincere gratitude and thanks. The support and guidance you have given these accomplished students has enabled them to achieve these milestones. And as they move on, please know that they are well prepared, and we know that you'll continue to give them constant support. I also want to express my thanks to the teachers, administrators, and staff who have worked with our young people. You have nurtured remarkable achievements, and your influence will follow as these students move on. As our board members read the resolutions that have been prepared, I invite you to listen carefully to what each student has accomplished. I know you will be impressed and will join me in wishing them continued success as they enter the colleges and universities of their choice this September. In a few cases, some of the students that we are recognizing this evening are still in their sophomore or junior year, and we are very happy that they'll be continuing their education with us next year. In the meantime, my best wishes to each and every one of the honorees this evening. You have brought pride to our schools, and you have really made us feel that the work we do is something that is well worthwhile. We are so proud of what our students are able to accomplish because we know how difficult it is to overcome hurdles in some cases, but more than anything, we know how much you give of yourselves. And so at this time, I would like to turn it over to our board president, Nancy Bauer.
Good evening. On behalf of our board, I would also like to congratulate everyone this evening for the recognitions and medals and certificates that you'll be receiving. I think we're fortunate in Scotch Plains Fanwood to have a school district that focuses on excellence and student success. And I was thinking about this evening and the accomplishments of our students, and it reminded me of a mentor that I had who told me once that responsibility is the ability to respond to one's own potential. And I think that's what you all have done, students, tonight. You were able to respond to the potential that you have within in many different ways. And so, again, we congratulate you on your success. Those of you who are moving on, you will continue, I'm sure, to represent us well, and we hope you'll come back and share your stories with us. So we'll begin with the recognition of our valedictorian, Madeline Ward.
We would like our very proud, deservedly so, high school principal to come forward. She is going to assist us tonight in speaking personally about the students that we're honoring.
Thank you, Mr. Bauer. As Mrs. Bauer indicated, in the evening, by recognizing our top two students graduating in 2018, and Ford is number one in the class, the valedictorian. Just a little bit about Maddie. She was recognized at our senior awards program. I gave her a medallion, which she'll be wearing at commencement. I suspect most of you will probably be wanting to go to commencement on June 21st, and you'll be hearing Maddie speak as well. She'll be the second in line right after me. So Maddie will be attending Johns Hopkins University. She'll be majoring in biomolecular engineering. All the students tonight are very busy, so there's no way I'm going to read every activity that they've been involved with, but just a little bit about Maddie. She was a member of the cross-country team, both track teams, winter and spring. She was a captain, as a matter of fact. She was scored 800 on the math SAT. She's going to get the seal by literacy tonight, so she'll be up here again when we're finished. She is going to be a scholar athlete. She'll be up here for that as well. And she has quite a few accolades as a runner. So Maddie Ford is a well-rounded student. Look forward. Congratulations to Maddie.
So the resolution for Maddie, whereas Madeline Ward is a member of the class of 2018 at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School, and whereas Madeline has been a highly focused student who has excelled in the most challenging, accelerated, and advanced placement courses offered at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. And whereas Madeline is a member of the National Honor Society, 4-year varsity letter winner for the girls cross country and track teams, vice president for the Scotch Plains Fanwood chapter of Habitat for Humanity, member of the Spanish Club, and the National Honor Society. And whereas Madeline has a 7th semester accumulated grade point average of 4.8, placing her first in the class of 2018. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and congratulates Madeline Ward for obtaining the title of valedictorian of the class of 2018, and thanks her for bringing pride and recognition to our communities and extends best wishes for her continued success as she prepares to begin her undergraduate studies at Johns Hopkins University.
And now at this time, I'd like board member Cindy Clancy to come forward as we announce Olivia Garcia as the salutatorian for the class. Dr. Clancy.
Olivia works her way up. She also was recognized at our senior awards program. She is number 2 in the class. That makes her the salutatorian. She will also be speaking at commencement, so it will be the principal, followed by Maddie, and then Olivia. We will kind of get the program started. Olivia likewise is a very busy, certainly a well-rounded student. She will be attending Lafayette College. At this time, she's undecided in terms of her major. Just a few other things that she's involved with. She's a member of the National Honor Society, the Italian Honor Society, the Italian Club. She's in the varsity swim team, Habitat for Humanity, high honor roll, obviously. She's involved in community theater as an actress. As we go on, but we kind of get the idea of all the things that Olivia is involved with. Congratulations to our salutatorian.
Whereas Olivia N. Garcia is a member of the class of 2018 at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. And whereas Olivia has been a focused student who continually strives for academic excellence. She has excelled in extremely rigorous academic courses while maintaining a balance with her many extracurricular activities at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. Whereas Olivia is a member of the Scotch Plains Family Swim Team, the National Honor Society, Italian Honor Society, member of the Scotch Plains Fanwood chapter of Habitat for Humanity, and swim mentor in the Big Sister, Little Sister program. And whereas Olivia has a 7th semester accumulated grade point average of 4.7672, placing her second in the class of 2018. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and congratulates Olivia and Garcia for obtaining the title of salutatorian of the class of 2018, and thanks her for bringing pride and recognition to our communities, and extends best wishes for her continued success as she prepares to begin her undergraduate studies at Lafayette College.
Board President Nancy Bauer will join us for the National Merit Commended Students.
So I think what we'll do is I'm going to have those students that are in the program under National Merit Commended Students come on up, stand as a group, and then we're going to go, we'll just go down the line. So, right. So, we are here to recognize the National Merit Commended Students, which is based on the, stems from the National Merit Scholarship Corporation, which works with and is part of the College Board. Over 1.6 million students in more than 22,000 high schools throughout the country take the PSAT. If you are a commended student, you represent less than 3% of the students nationwide that scored quite well on the PSAT, coupled with outstanding academic achievement. So to be a commended student, in other words, you must perform very well on the PSAT. Likewise, you must have outstanding academic credentials, and you represent less than 3% of the top students nationwide. So that deserves a round of applause. Let's see, Herman's here, so I'll just have you raise your hand. All right. You're from London. We will be attending Northeastern University. You're going to be majoring in computer science. Norbert's a member of the National Honor Society. He's a third singles and co-captain of the varsity tennis team. He's the treasurer of FLTI Financial Investing Club. He is also involved in the SAD Club. He started a tennis camp for children. That's just a few things. Herbert, congratulations. I don't see Emily, so I'm going to go to Nina Halbstad. Nina. Nina is going to be majoring in history at Tufts University. Nina is involved in JSA, National Honor Society. She is in the marching band, trumpet in the marching band, the wind ensemble, the moon blowers, the jazz band, and so on. Nina, congratulations. Scott Kaiser's here. Scott? Scott's going to be attending Haverford College. He is also undecided in terms of his major. Scott is involved in Model UN, Youth and Government, Science Lab, National Honor Society. I believe Scott is an Eagle Scout, which is pretty heavy duty. That's a few things for Scott Kaiser. All right, continuing on. I see Andrew Crane, Andrew Chair. Andrew is going to pursue a career in engineering at the University of Maryland. Andrew was a member of the High Honor Roll, scoring the highest ACT score possible, National Honor Society, SAD, Activities Manager, Science Lab. Again, very well rounded. Andrew, congratulations. And Andrew Lamucia. Andrew will be attending Tulane University, and Andrew is involved in the theater. He's involved in both the West Theater and the fall play, performing arts, if you will. Andrew, congratulations to you. I don't see Gwen, Kevin, looking for Kevin, no, I'm looking for Carl, yes, Carl's here. Carl Worth. Carl is going to be attending Vanderbilt University in the major in economics and public policy, a member of the National Honor Society, Jersey Boys States, a member of the tennis team. He has here a member of a neighborhood band. And a few other things.
It's tomorrow, everybody should be there.
I think we got all the commended students, right? Okay.
So, whereas the National Merit Scholarship Program has notified Scotch Plains Fanwood High School that 9 of our students are commended. And whereas this is one of the most coveted honors that can be bestowed on a high school student, placing these 9 students in the top 5% of more than 1 million participants in the National Merit Program. And whereas to qualify as a commended student, a student must have an outstanding academic record, have demonstrated leadership, and contributed to the school and community, be recommended by their school officials, have plans and goals and great potential for future success. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and congratulates our 2018 National Merit Commended students for bringing pride and recognition to our schools and communities, and extends our best wishes for their continued success as they prepare to begin their undergraduate studies at the following schools: Mervett Devania, Northeastern University, Emily Donahue, Union County College, Nina Stoddard, Tufts University, Scott Kaiser, Haverford College, Andrew Crane, University of Maryland, Andrew Lomucio, Tulane University, Glenn Polovitz, New Jersey Institute of Technology, Kevin Roman, St. John's University, and Carl Worth, Vanderbilt University. Congratulations.
Okay, I know Patrick Gannon couldn't be here, but he is a National Hispanic program. He received recognition from the National Hispanic program, which is also run by the National American Scholarship Program. Each year, over 400,000 students of Hispanic heritage take the KSAT, and the College Board recognizes 5,000 of those students, once again, for their academic performance, as well as how they score in the PSAT. So Patrick is in an exclusive clause as well. He was named as a member.
And now, and now at this time, I'd like to ask Lisa Howard, our World Language Supervisor, and Deb Brody, Board Member, to come forward as we present the Seal of Biliteracy Award.
Can all the students who are receiving the Seal of Biliteracy please come up and form a line like the last group? Okay, good evening. Tonight we are celebrating the 17 students of the class of 2018 who are graduating with the New Jersey Seal of Biliteracy. In January 2016, New Jersey became the 15th state to implement legislation supporting the Seal of Biliteracy for students demonstrating language proficiency at a high level in 2 or more languages upon graduation. These 17 students are among the approximately 3,500 students graduating with the Seal of Biliteracy across the state this year. These students have worked incredibly hard over the years to achieve a high level of proficiency in another language. They spent countless hours of practicing the reading, writing, listening, and speaking skills necessary to be deemed proficient. Not only did they work hard in class and make efforts to immerse themselves in the language outside of class, but they also volunteered to stay after school to take a test to prove they were proficient. That last point should really be a testament to their dedication for learning another language. Thank you for doing that. Within our group of students tonight receiving the Seal of Biliteracy, we have one young man who has achieved 2 Seals of Biliteracy. As a junior, Jacob Hibner demonstrated proficiency in Spanish as a student in our Spanish program. This year, as a senior, Jacob was extremely successful in demonstrating literacy in his heritage language of Polish. Jacob opted to assess his Polish literacy by taking the writing proficiency test and an oral proficiency interview sponsored by the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages. Jacob did extremely well in both tests. In fact, he received the top rating of superior on both exams. Job extremely well done, Jacob. And finally, to all the students receiving the Seal of Biliteracy tonight, my message to you is this: don't stop here. Acquiring proficiency in another language is not a race, and it's not a final destination. It is a journey, a long journey that will take you through the hills and valleys of new culture and give you a new language to use as your guide as you navigate relationships with people from other places. Attaining the Seal of Biliteracy is not the end. It's just the beginning of a wonderful journey I know you are all capable of pursuing as lifelong learners beyond high school walls. On behalf of the entire World Language Department, all of your teachers since 2nd grade, congratulations on this incredible accomplishment.
Whereas the following 17 senior students at Scotch Fanwood High School were awarded the 2018 New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy by the New Jersey Department of Education. And whereas in order to receive the Seal of Biliteracy, the student had to demonstrate proficiency in a foreign language and English in their junior or senior year, these 17 seniors met both of those qualifiers. And whereas these students took the online standard-based measure of proficiency, STAMP, assessment in their chosen foreign language and received a score of intermediate, mid, or higher in all 4 measured skills of listening, speaking, reading, writing, and whereas these 17 students have all demonstrated proficiency in English by scoring proficient or higher on one English language arts assessment approved by the New Jersey Department of Education. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and commends the following 17 students for attaining the 2018 New Jersey State Seal of Biliteracy. Congratulations. We extend our best wishes for their continued success as they prepare to begin their undergraduate studies. Madeline Ford, Spanish, Johns Hopkins University. Kate Borg, Spanish, University of Maryland. Francesca Carlino, Italian, University of Notre Dame. Amy Chen, Mandarin Chinese, Montclair State University. Phoebe Collins, Spanish, Smith College. Zenji Zhang, Mandarin Chinese, Rutgers University. Alan Galana, Spanish, Fairleigh Dickinson University. Emily Gagne, Spanish, Penn College. Jacob Hibner, Spanish and Polish, Rutgers University. Alexander Joshua, Italian, Rutgers University. Joshua Galango, Spanish, undecided. Jared Mann, Spanish, Northeastern University. Nikita Karanjay, French, Rutgers University. Michael Ramos, Spanish, University of Delaware. Sophia Rosal, French, Rutgers University. Julia Virardi, Italian, DeSales University. And Paulina Zamora, Spanish, Lynchburg University. Okay, another resolution to read. Whereas Jacob Hibner, a senior student at Scotch Fanwood High School, was awarded the 2018 New Jersey State Seal of Literacy in Spanish and Polish by the New Jersey Department of Education. And whereas in order to receive the Seal of Literacy, the student has demonstrated proficiency in both Spanish, Polish, and English in their junior or senior year, Jacob met both of those qualifiers. And whereas Jacob took the online standards-based measure of proficiency STAMP assessment in Spanish and received a score of intermediate high or mid or higher in all four measured skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And whereas Jacob completed the writing proficiency test and the oral proficiency interview in Polish and received a score of superior in all four measured skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And whereas Jacob demonstrated proficiency in English by scoring proficient or higher on one of the English language arts assessments approved by the New Jersey Department of Education. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Fanwood Board of Education recommends and commends Jacob Hibner for attaining the 2018 New Jersey State Seal of Literacy in Spanish and Polish. Congratulations, Jacob. For his continued success as he prepares to begin his undergraduate studies at Educatin. come forward again and down to the Trustee Board Vice President as we introduce Kyle Greco. Kyle?
So each year, the Union County School Board Association asks every high school in Union County to recognize a student they call an unsung hero. Each year, we look for someone who leads by example, who has gone above and beyond expectations, but doesn't necessarily seek recognition and often doesn't receive that recognition. Generally, at least the individual from Scotch and Fanwood has been kind of a quiet, reserved individual, yet with a great deal of potential. So, Kyle Greco. So I'm going to read a little bit. I'm going to read an excerpt. Kyle was recognized earlier this year. I'm going to read an excerpt of what I read at the award program, and then Dr. Kulakowski will fill in what additional information. So this kind of gives you background as to why we chose Kyle. So Kyle's mother, Pauline, battled brain cancer off and on for 22 years, Kyle's entire life. Succumbing to the disease in May of 2016. At times when she would have trouble getting her words out, rather than stalking her or feeling embarrassed, Kyle would stand next to her and ask her how he could help her. Kyle never wanted to be treated differently because of his mom's illness. The tragedy that Kyle endured did not leave him bitter, but seems to have had the opposite effect. Kyle Greco, and I'll let Karen Kulakowski go into a little bit more detail.
Thank you, Dr. Harrison. Whereas the Union County School Boards Association recently honored high school students who have overcome difficult academic or personal challenges, who model good citizenship, or who exhibit a quiet spirit and strength that inspires others. And whereas Kyle Greco was selected as a Scotch Plains Fanwood High School student who has maintained a positive and productive attitude throughout his high school experience. And whereas Kyle grew up sooner than a young person should due to events outside his control, and he has done so beautifully. And whereas other than school and family, philanthropy is the most important thing in Kyle's life. He is on the board of directors for the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School Student Movements Against Cancer. Kyle's Relay for Life team raised over $65,000 in 5 years, with his team placing first in fundraising every year. Since his mother's passing, Kyle was more dedicated than ever to the Relay for Life and ending cancer in his lifetime. Now, whereas Kyle has challenged himself academically by taking AP and accelerated level courses, Kyle enjoys science and history classes, which allow his analytical side to shine. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and commends Kyle Greco for his achievements, his academic interests and diligence, and extends all best wishes for his continued success as he prepares to begin his undergraduate studies at the Penn State University. Congratulations. And now at this time, I'd like to call forward Brian Miller, Assistant Principal for Athletics at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School, and we would like Madeline Ward and Sam Westerfield to come forward.
Thanks, Sean. Hey, good evening, everyone. Scholar athletes are always a highlight of my year. As a former scholar athlete, it's always nice to be able to look at and remember that yes, you can excel in athletics, and yes, you can excel in academics. We've heard a lot about Maddie, and it's all well-deserved. It's amazing to me that someone can accomplish as much as she has, as much as Sam has, in such a short span of time. In addition to the academic accolades you've heard about from Maddie, she's been a member of our indoor track team, our outdoor track team, as well as our cross-country program. She's been involved in county championships. She's moved on to sectional tournaments. as well as the meeting champions in the 3200, the 4x800, the 1600. Basically, if it's over 2 laps on a track, Maddie excels at it. If it's indoors, it's about 32 laps. If it's urban and warmer, it feels like you're never going to have. Maddie's also been captain of the team, as well as a volunteer with the Wolves program for special needs basketball players. So, along with that, having a 4-point ridiculous GPA and valedictorian, Maddie Ward earned the Union County Scholar Athlete for female, as well as the NJSIAA Scholar Athlete Award. So congratulations, Maddie. Sam's been fantastic as well. Sam's been a member of our wrestling program for the last 4 years. Sam has well over 100 wins, and probably, as much as we may not want to say, could have set the school record had he not been injured in his sophomore year. But we'll move past that because he is coming on to Columbia University to wrestle there. So I think we're well past that. In most states in the United States, you have to be a state champion in order to be considered a Division I wrestler. In New Jersey and a few other states, coming in second is considered as good as coming in first in other states. To come in second 2 years in a row in a New Jersey individual wrestling tournament is an accomplishment that goes far beyond what most of us can understand. I'm still trying to grasp it, but Sam was able to make the state finals back-to-back years and came in second in both of them. And I'm sure at times he's a little sad about it, but man, when you look back in your career, Sam, it's unbelievable what he's done. Sam's been a leader in and out of our wrestling room. He's a volunteer fireman. Both of these individuals are part of our student athlete leadership program. Sam also has volunteered with our middle school track program as well as our PAL wrestling program. All around fantastic person. Congratulations, Sam.
Whereas the athletic teams and individual athletes at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School had an outstanding school season, winning both team and individual championships and setting a variety of school records. And whereas the cross-country and indoor track programs were strong contenders in both Union County and the North 2 sectionals of the spring track program is continuing a fine season. The wrestling program continued to host a distinctive 13 tournament placed 5th in the county and hosted state sectional wrestling match. Additionally, wrestling continued to have athletes advancing to the region and state final individual tournaments. And whereas many of the athletes have outstanding academic records and also participated in extracurricular activities beyond sports. And whereas among these athletes, Madeline Ward and Sam Mustafa have distinguished themselves by being named Union County Scholar Athlete for Madeline and the NJSIAA Scholar Athlete Cross Country and Track, both to John Hopkins, and Sam Mustafa, Union County Scholar Athlete Wrestling, both to Columbia University. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Family Board of Education recognizes and salutes Madeline Ward and Sam Mustafa and all of the Scotch Plains Fanwood High School Scholar Athletes for their achievements both in the classroom and on the fields of competition. Be it further resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education wishes to thank and congratulate all the coaches and teams and wish them continued success in both their academic and athletic endeavors. Congratulations. And now at this time, I'd like Dr. Heisen to join us and Stephanie Surian, board member. And could we have our Coleman Award winners come up? Stephanie Mercado, Megan Small, Mackenzie O'Brien, and Sarah Banasia.
So we have Isabella Mercado, all right. We have Megan Small. Mackenzie is not able to be here, correct? And then Sarah Banasia. So we're talking about Coleman. Coleman is our yearbook. And actually, the 2018 Coleman just arrived yesterday or the day before. and is sitting in a closet, waiting to be distributed Wednesday and Thursday. So these young ladies have been part of the Coleman throughout their high school career. They're all seniors, off to college. So every year the Coleman wins at least one award. The 2017 Coleman, and that's actually what a lot of these ladies are here, won several first place awards. So in the Garden State Scholastic Press, received the Gold Award, which is the first place award. The American Scholastic Press, likewise, first place. The Columbia Scholastic Press, first place. And then the Journalism Education Association, which is kind of like the English Teachers Association. Once again, the Coleman won first place. Coleman is, you walk up into that room, it's like walking into a newsroom. It's like a little corporation going on during, at the end of the school day. And then they put a lot of hours in the evenings as well. And these young ladies are also involved in other activities. So they devote a great deal of time, many hours, to producing a quality product. So just a little bit about, and these are just a fraction of the members of the Coleman. In that room, you have 30 plus students, pretty much. That's the end of the day, period 14, 15, and then, of course, in the evening. So, Isabella Ricotta, she's going to be attending the Fashion Institute of Technology. She's going to be majoring in advertising and marketing communications. And, of course, she is the editor-in-chief of the Coleman Yearbook. She's also a member of the volleyball team, captain of the volleyball team. Isabella. Megan Small. Megan will be attending Stony Brook University. She is undecided at this point in her major. She was also an editor. She was creative editor-in-chief of the Coleman Yearbook, treasurer of the French Club, French Honor Society, National Honor Society, among others. So, Megan Small. Sarah Venezia. Sarah will be attending Columbia University, and she's going to be studying nursing. And Sarah is a member of SMAC, in addition to being a yearbook section editor, a member of SMAC, National Honor Society. She's been a gymnast here at the high school pretty much all her life. So again, these three young ladies have done a great job with Coleman, and they passed the baton to a new group of students for next year. Congratulations.
Scotch Fanwood High School seniors Isabella Hurtado, Megan Small, Mackenzie O'Brien, and Sarah Venezia served as creative editors-in-chief of the Coleman, and as representatives of the entire staff who produced and published the Coleman, demonstrated publication distinction, displaying and expecting the highest of standards by creating and reviewing all aspects of yearbook submission for publication, which resulted in the Coleman achieving the Gold Standing Award first place by Garden State Scholastic Press, American Scholastic Press, Columbia Scholastic Press, and Journalism Education Association. And whereas Isabella, Megan, Mackenzie, and Sarah ensured that the quality of the Coleman maintained and surpassed all expectations, therefore being directly responsible for all recognition and future recognition that may result from this publication, and whereas these editors demonstrated integrity of the highest caliber toward all people with whom they were in contact, particularly with all yearbook staff, fellow students, administration, school staff and teachers, and yearbook representatives. And whereas these yearbook editors did devote time and energies above and beyond expectations in order to provide an accurate, well-produced, visually pleasing, and overall extraordinary yearbook for Scotch Fanwood High School and all stakeholders associated with such. And whereas Isabella, Bachelor Institute of Technology, Megan, SUNY at Stony Brook, Mackenzie, Rowan University, and Sarah, Pace University, will continue the same dedication to excellence after graduation to begin the next phase of their educational journey. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Fanwood Board of Education congratulates and commends Isabella Hurtado, Megan Small, Mackenzie O'Brien, and Sarah Venezia for all they have done to bring recognition and accolades to the yearbook, the high school, and the community, and extends our best wishes in their continued quest for high achievement and success.
member, and Marjorie Fitzgibbon, our DECA advisor. And this is teacher par excellence. And could we have Caitlin York and Eva Patel come forward?
I'm often asked what DECA is, and the acronym doesn't stand for anything anymore, but these two definitely stand for something. In order to achieve the accomplishments these two young ladies did, DECA has a 100-question multiple choice test on a variety of business subjects. After that, they have to compete against other teams of students with an impromptu case study that they see and have 1/2 hour to prepare a well-thought-out business plan and answer on. In order to achieve what they did, they placed first at our regional competition out of 127 teams out of Union, Essex, and Middlesex County. I would also like to note that we were the only team of 2 young women. They were first in the state of New Jersey, out of 84 teams. Once again, they were the only team of 2 young women. Finally, they were top 20 in international competition out of 240 teams from 14 countries and all 50 states. Achieving that means that they're the best of the best. They make my job as DECA advisor so much easier. I can't believe they're graduating because I remember when they were all this big. And I'm so ridiculously proud of them. They make this look really easy, and they do it with such grace and poise, and I'm so eternally proud of you. Congratulations to both of you.
Whereas the Distributed Education Clubs of America, more commonly known as DECA, has an active chapter at Scotch Fanwood High School that strives to educate its members about general business strategies and decisions, marketing, and entrepreneurship. And whereas the core values of DECA members are social intelligence, civic consciousness, leadership development, and vocational understanding. And whereas Scotch Fanwood High School's DECA chapter recently competed at the 2018 International Career Development Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, which serves as the national competition for DECA. And whereas senior DECA students Caitlin Burke and Eva Patel represented New Jersey and Scotch Fanwood High School by becoming international career development overall finalists for their performance in sports and entertainment team decision making. This distinction is only given to the top 20 teams in North America. And whereas the DECA program under the direction of Marjorie Fitzgibbon continues to bring pride and recognition to our Scotch Plains and Fanwood communities for their outstanding efforts and achievements. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and congratulates Caitlin Burke, University of Maryland, and Eva Patel, University of Pennsylvania, as the International Career Development finalists on their accomplishments and wishes them continued success in their future endeavors.
And now at this time, I would like to call forth Amy Boroff, board member, and Wayne Millette, supervisor of fine and performing arts. And can we have Jonathan Yu come forward?
It gives me great honor and pleasure to be able to talk with Jonathan. I'll first tell you a little bit about he being recognized making him as a member of the All-State Band. And something that is so significant about this is that in order to be a part of the band, you have to first make it into region, which the regional auditions comprise of Central New Jersey bands. And so after he was accepted to that, he was able to audition for All-State band. And he was accepted to that. He performed back in February over at Educatin. And according to his directors, he was wonderful even when he was an 8-year-old in 4th grade. He started out in elementary school under the direction of Mr. Charlie Jackson, and he went to Terrell Middle School with Mr. John Gillis, wonderful, amazing young man, very talented, focused, dedicated clarinetist. He's also an amazing golfer. Congratulations.
Whereas Jonathan Yu had the honor of being selected as a member of the 2017-2018 All-State Band Orchestra representing Scotch Plains Fanwood High School. And whereas Jonathan has been a dedicated student to his academics while also excelling and growing in his musical abilities. And whereas in order to be selected for the 2017-2018 All-State Band Orchestra, Jonathan performed a collegiate-level solo audition, competing with over 200 students with well over 300 participating districts in the state of New Jersey. And whereas, as a member of the 2017-2018 All-State Band Orchestra, Jonathan has performed in professional venues. Jonathan also participates in many high school ensembles, both choral and instrumental. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and congratulates Jonathan Yu for bringing pride and recognition to our schools and communities and extends our best wishes for his continued success in his music and academic accomplishments as he begins his junior year at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School.
One of our graduating seniors, Sarah Miller. Sarah could not be here tonight because she's been nominated for the Best Leading Actress at the Paper Mill Playhouse for the Rising Star Award. Even as we speak right now, Sarah is at the Playhouse, and we keep waiting for a text to hear if she's won, but our best wishes are with her, so let's give her a round of applause. And now, at this time, I'd like to call forth Amy Winkler, board member. Wayne Millette will join us again. And can I have Peter Canaveri, Rochella Carlino, Alan Romero, Audrey Smith, and Joshua Bennett come forward. None of them are here. It's probably because they're all the rising stars. But we'll read the resolution for them anyway.
That's a good call, Dr. Probably at the Rising Star Awards, but in order to be a part of the New Jersey All-State Chorus, it is just as rigorous a process that was mentioned about the New Jersey All-State Band. However, these students have to go over 2 Saturdays and they have to audition, go to a blind audition where there's a panel of judges and their backs are to much like a voice, so they never turn around to actually see how they do. These students participated in an audition and they were able to rise into the challenge of actually over 1,000 students from the state of New Jersey that they competed against. And Scotch Plains Fanwood had a wonderful year this year. They had many students that were in there. You give them a round of applause for that. The students that were awarded this, Peter Canaveri, he's a bass. Rochella, she is an alto. Al Romero is a bass, and he plays 4th in the state. Audrey Smith is a soprano, and Josh Bennett is a bass as well.
Whereas the 2017-18 All-State Chorus students have been dedicated to their academics while also excelling and growing in their musical abilities. And whereas the 2017-18 All-State Chorus students have been members of multiple Scotch Plains Fanwood choral ensembles, such as Concert Choir, Select Choir, Las Cantadoras, Men's Choir, Chamber Choir, and Sensations, and many perform as soloists. And whereas many of the 2017-18 All-State Chorus students have participated in past All-State Chorus and Region 2 Honors Choirs in the years 2016, 2017, and 2018, making notable contributions to each group through their singing and leadership. The 2017-18 All-State Chorus consists of the following students representing Scotch Plains Fanwood High School: Peter Canaveri, Rochella Carlino, Alan Romero, Audrey Smith, and Josh Bennett. Now therefore be it resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education recognizes and congratulates the 2017-18 All-State Chorus students for bringing pride and recognition to our schools and communities. Be it further resolved that the Scotch Plains Fanwood Board of Education extends our best wishes for their continued success in their music and academic accomplishments as they continue their education at Scotch Plains Fanwood High School and beyond.
As I said at the beginning of the evening, I'm sure you would be very impressed with the range of accomplishments of these students. They're incredibly talented, very dedicated, and we are so proud of them. But before they go, we have one bit of board business to do. Mrs. Nancy Bauer will round us out this evening.
Mrs. Zaranecki, I believe we have a quorum.
Yes.
Okay, so the various board members have moved these resolutions. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Congratulations, it's all official. And you have it on TV, so you can share it with all your friends and family. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.